these next System 30s will be put in and the next wave of printers go out. We're going to be bold. We're going to try to send out 2 or 3 System 30s on this next shipping cycle. And then next week we're going to try and hit 3 or 4, depending on how everything goes. So, Mr. Gaiba, you are on the front of our firing list there.
Yep.
And same thing true with you, Ken. I really don't know who gets the next System 30s after that. We'll have to sit down and review it. And then...
we at least have one local.
Yeah. Well, there's one sitting here for pickup, but that doesn't count. That's not a shipment. That is Les Wilhelm. We appreciate very much your help and patience and everything. So, that's what's going on.
Right.
So, that's the systems. On the engines, you saw the ones lined up here. That's this week's schedule. We'd love to ship more, really we would, but I just not realistic to get more out the door than that. So, yeah, that pretty much covers the shipping of the next 7 days. I'm going to leave tomorrow evening for Germany. I'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, taking care of our old customer. And then I will be back Monday night or Tuesday morning, depending on what flights I'm able to manipulate. So Hutch and the crew will be running everything, keeping it going for us. So there you go. I did want to, you know what, we'd like to share a little bit about what happened last week. Some of you guys know I took it off to California. Multifaceted reasons, a couple of them personal, a couple of them business. On the business side, I consider it a big success. Meeting up with Joel and Jeff out there, who are looking like they're going to become our Southern California distributors. We're already sharing a booth at CES, so we will be at CES in January. And then also we will be probably manning the booth together for the show that's in Burbank at the January 30 and February 1. So you're going to want to visit that if you guys are in the area. There's some really good, well, they're supposed to give away a 3D printer every hour during the 2 days. So ours is going to be one of them that they're giving away. They're actually purchasing these printers, so they bought one from us to give away, just so you guys know. And they're buying a bunch from a lot of people. So I don't know what the quality is going to be of the printers. But I'm sure, I mean, they bought one of ours, so they're trying their best to do a good job at getting good stuff out there. So that might be worth attending. I think it's 3D World. Is that 3D Print World?
Yeah, 3D Printer World.
3D Printer World.
3D Print World or 3D Printer World. Yes.
Yeah. So it very, very much bears, attendance if you guys can make it there. That would be great. The next thing I wanted to say, that's okay, I'm just reading mail over here, and I'm trying to ignore it for a second. I met with some guys who have got in line to buy a printer. They're part of a startup group out of Caltech, and I have to tell you, it was a real treat working with them, talking with them, and they have given me tools to really, really, really change the way we're going to print next year. Again, nothing's going to happen the next month or 2 months, but the tool chain is there to change the way that slicing is done on complicated builds. And in all fairness, a lot of people will just want a laser printer experience where just print the dang thing, okay? And I understand that, and that's what we want. We want a laser printer experience on the bulk of products. But a lot of what we envision is a much more complicated capability, one where you're mixing materials, geometry, simultaneous builds, robotic intervention, things like that. And when you get to that, you really have to have the capability to do more comprehensive closed-loop analysis and simulation. And the chain's there. I mean, 95% of the code is already written. It's open source for it's critical. The only weak point would be, and I say weak point, it's not fair, the only financially difficult point might be that RhinoCAD would need to be involved at some level on this. And we're going to certainly reach out to those folks. They have done an amazing job with what they've done for their design environment. So it would be great I mean, I would love to bundle a package like that with every printer. Unfortunately, the package currently is more than the printer in some cases, so we need to see what we can do about working a deal with them, if they'll even talk to us. But still, even if they won't, my hat's off to them. Their design software is fantastic.
No, you're fine.
And so I thought you guys would be encouraged to know that the software is poised to take its true vision and come to fruition. Also, on another note, hey, this is fun. I forgot to tell you guys this. On another note, they also, the guys at Caltech, are working on a similar problem to us in that they need to have scanning. And so we have decided to probably cooperate over the Christmas break with a couple of students that we know there and get them to help push the 3D software closer to reality. So I thought that was encouraging. Everybody in this talent pool, is very, very bright, and also we're able to dedicate some serious focus on that. So I'm looking forward to see what happens over the Christmas break, and see if we can't load up and start scanning stuff the way we're supposed to. And that'll change everybody's life. The day we can do that, everything changes, because now you can go grab any item that's broken, tape it back together, and scan it, and then you should be able to be very close to being able to print it. So that's a great story. I wish it's coming. People will see it. So there you go. That's the short, sweet version of my California trip. Took the red eye home on Thursday night so we could get back to work on Friday. And man, I love that place. I will be going back out in about 2 to 3 weeks for 4 days. I can see myself going there quite often over the next 12 months. We just, with our cooperative efforts, and also with the number of customers that we have there, we have to take care of them. So I look forward to getting back out and visiting all you guys, especially Duckastad and Brian Arendis. Yeah, there's two great guys that I know. Everybody's great. So good.
Let's see.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Pro E Guy.
DB Nickerson wants to pick us up on December 20. I see no reason why that's not realistic.
Yep.
We'll even put you up for the night. Come spend the night with us, and then we'll train you, and you can just head on from there. Let me know if you got more than 2 pets and 2 kids, though. I mean, we got to draw the line somewhere. But
very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try printing the S plug and socket.
Let's see what this guy looks like.
Who is?
That's Alan. Oh, okay.
0.64 millimeter. Okay, single wall. So they're using a big nozzle. That's nice. Oh, that's a very nice. Thank you, Alan. That's a nice link. We need more parameters like this. Yeah. Oh, I see. And you're printing. I mean, they try to stick them together.
Yeah.
Oh, very exciting.
I like that. Okay.
Very exciting. Maybe you should share that with everybody. Share it.
Yeah.
Oh, you already put it up there.
Yeah, you put it up there.
Yeah.
And everyone can see his. Nice.
Is that Alan Watts?
No. This is Alan up in Montana.
Oh, I keep confused with Bicycle Alan.
Oh no. He's only done the broadcast like once or twice. So.
I thought it was a quantum leap of productivity to see him doing that. That's why I said that. Was that a nice way of saying it would have surprised me if he'd done it? I didn't say it. Oh, I did. It's on live TV. Anyway, great guy. Love riding a bike with him, but not gonna set any world records on productivity. Anyway, let's see. Maybe I'm not either the way it's going.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Eagle 1J, can I hope for one of those hourly printers to be a Stratasys monster?
I doubt it. And even if so, you'd go broke buying the filament for it at $300 a wax. So that'll be your choice.
It's your choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Hey, that mojo's awesome.
We're not going to stop you.
Hit the mojo. Mogo. Anyway, was there anything else of merit this week? Oh,
Besides,
there's a few other things.
Right,
We heard from the Sheet Metal Hot House, and they have the new stainless steel tool trees ready to pick up.
Yep.
So those are a few of you guys that we haven't shipped them to yet. They'll be on their way once we double check them. They're going to be picked up in the morning. And then they've also got the stainless steel Y-axis arms for us to test. We had 10 of them made up because we're thinking of moving to stainless steel.
Yep.
A little more rigidity and just awesomeness, actually, basically. But so little ticker there. Another one is that our Vietnamese manufacturer has finished modeling all of our parts now in SolidWorks. We just got the file set today and at 10:30 tonight, which is why we're not going to run the broadcast too long. We're doing a Skype call and reviewing 5 patents. So things are going interestingly for us, and I think that we're still clumsy, but we're getting there. We're making progress, and that's just the way it is. That's the hard truth. To say that we are sprinting at world-class speeds would be a lie.
No.
But we are getting there.
I'd say world-class quality.
It's coming. I'm not going to make any world-class statements tonight.
Okay.
I'll let that be the rave reviews for 2014. I mean, in all truth to everybody, we know we got a rocky month ahead of us. We know that this is the holiday season, getting help, getting shipments. UPS is fine. USPS is laughing when we say we want to ship something. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but we found out that December 7 or 9, they won't even take shipments to some countries. The United States Postal Service. They just say, nothing till next year, sucker. And so it's been real interesting. Fortunately, we did find a real gem recently with DHL, and so the international shipments will continue on without much of a hiccup, especially going from America to other countries.
Yep.
It turns out that everything's coming from other countries to America since we are the consumer nation of the world, and we're doing our part to keep the economy going globally. But, yeah. Oh, hey, I got one more thing to share. Only just one more thing. I just remembered it.
All right, Columbo.
Go get it.
All right.
Where did you put it? Right here.
Which thing? Which one? Ah, okay, yeah. Yes.
So,
Sorry.
when I was in college, I wanted to play tennis on a college tennis team, and my college didn't have one. But the junior college, about 7 miles away, had one. So they said, if you enroll in one class, we'll let you play on the team. So my friend Harold and I, we were tennis buddies back then, we took Italian. And I'm telling you, it paid off. Because the Italians, and I don't know how they found out, but the Italians sent us this filament. Now, this is not your mother's filament or your father's filament. This is something new. And I realize that there is some really interesting new stuff coming out called NinjaFlex. We just got a roll of it in, and we haven't printed with it yet. But I thought some of you would like to see just how flexible this material is. So you can see there's no cracking, no bending. It's just rubbery. It's not at all like a regular ABS. And we're going to try and print with this stuff and see what its mechanical properties are when it's been heated and cooled.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was alluding to with Hutch tonight, was to see if we could print something after this.
Mm-hmm.
But this print that he's running now is too long for that. So this will be on the next broadcast, I'm 99% sure. And maybe we can print something that is appropriately elastic. I do not know what, but something appropriately elastic. And I was impressed with their attitude. This is a company that makes me think that they want to take care of you. I have no idea what the pricing will be. I'm sure it's not free, but it's great to have a couple of elastomeric, elastoproperty type of materials available from, okay, ABS, and this is rubber.
Mm-hmm. Let me get the, just so you guys who are watching, let me go and get the,
you can send it to fillet.
Yeah, so I'm typing in the website address, guys, so.
My Italian's really bad.
So let me just go ahead and double check that.
Tecnici.
Redirecting close.
Oh, Tecnici. That's it.
There you go.
Filament. Fili Tecnici. That's it. Fili Tecnici.
Yep. So I'm going to go back to...
Plastic, innovation, technology, performance.
Yes.
And look, you get the Italian lira for your deposit.
Okay, just because David Geico wanted me to... There you go.
All right, David. Order more. Make us proud.
Very nice. Okay. Back to the print. All right. Nice. A printed yellow duck.
You know what? I think a rubber duck would be appropriate. The squeezy one.
That's a good one. I like that. Well, we got red and yellow, so we can do the nose and the eyes and whatever. Yeah. Nice. What?
He has his only 2 dogs and 3 cats.
Yeah. There we go. Nice. All right. So, well, I mean, high heads are coming together. Systems and engines are starting to come together, getting ready to ship. Shipping test is done.
Well, now comes the engine shipping test,
Yeah.
and our 2 guinea pigs are that. Actually, we've already started another shipping test. We shipped something to Australia. Oh, that reminds me. I got to send them the tracking number.
Yeah.
We're shipping several units around, trying to find out how they hold up, and with people that know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah. Just thank you guys.
Guy up in Boston area.
Yeah, Mr. Powers.
Yes.
Powers USA. Thank you.
That was it. Had a memory lapse. Senior moment.
Yeah. Eagle 1J, how is the mini quiet storm coming?
Dismal.
Great question. We tried it out. It
needs steroids.
yeah.
The package is beautiful, but the blow is low. How's that sound?
So what happened was that we put it on the small fin that you see attached up in the print that you see up there. It works fantastic when it's blowing air onto the exhaust pipe that you see that's in there, lowering it by about was it 5 or 6 degrees C, somewhere around on that particular area, and works just fine. But it's not enough flow. There's not enough airflow to really, I guess you could say, cool off what we've been trying to print. That's what we're trying to print. So, and because of that, we have to go back to the drawing board. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be giving up on doing this. It just means that we got to find a bigger and better fan. And more robust. It's got a lot more oomph behind it. So I've been working on a way to actually mount the quiet storm fan on the underside, and right now it looks like it's going to fit. But here again, guys, we're going to test it out, try it out, make sure it works the way that we want it to, and that I can direct the air where it needs to go. So, and if we go that particular route, I don't know. It'll be very, very interesting. Yeah. Oh. I'm not sure if he wants me to say something about that. I'll have to wait. Who's next on deck to get their printer shipped? Great question, Seraphemius. As of right now, the guy who you see printing behind me is the next one to go out. That's Ken Rosinski. So, this does not mean that we're going to be waiting for the shipment to get to its final location. We're satisfied, and now we can start kicking them out the door. The second one that will be going out the door and shipping, and please keep in mind, Les, if you're, I know that you're on, we're pretty much ready for you to come by now and pick them up. We've just been working on the individual pieces of the extruders, meaning the Mark 1 extruders that you see working right now, and just to make enough of them. We feel that the seal that we have is pretty good. And then next, thank you, UNJ. Next up is going to be, after that, it's going to be David Gaipa. Then, system-wise, shipping-wise, it's probably going to be Seraphinius. You're on deck. And then, we're also going to get, the local backers, Les and DB Nicholson, because you're going to be coming by. We'll have your guys up and ready as well. So some of you have Skyped in with us. Some of you have already done the training. I don't have the full training list in front of me. I know Dave currently has the list, and he's been doing a very wonderful job putting all that stuff together. So I'll get with him tomorrow morning, and we'll go over the list again. He wanted to go over with me today. With everything else that's been going on, and unfortunately I didn't have time. Great question, Powers USA. Hey, Carl! Thank you for asking it now. Powers USA has a great question. Okay, alright. So, one moment, Powers USA. And, yeah. Let's see. Most of it right now, guys, is just printing off the parts that are going to be going on your printers, and filing them in, printing them off, making sure that they fit, and then getting these guys to go out the door. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, yes. For those of you who were wondering about the driver situation, about not road trip, but driver as in computer driver situation. I'm going to be putting up all of our drivers and everything in order for you guys to download them in a nice little zip package up on. This is for the Kickstarters and for the post Kickstarters as well. I'll be sharing all of that on a Google Drive, so you guys can go out there and pull down the drivers. If in the future something were to happen where you mistakenly put the wrong drivers on, you can then take them off. And if you're going to go from a full, we'll take for instance, if you're going to go from Windows XP to Windows 7 on your system or engine, you can definitely do that. But you'll have the drivers open and available to you, so that everything will work just fine. So, the biggest hurdle has typically been with the actual motherboard, with the Intel D2700 mud that we've been using. So, but now that the BIOS updates are in, you won't have to do that. Mainly it's just driver issues. So, those have been taken care of. So, a couple other things. I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. Let's see how this guy's doing. yeah. That reminds me. When you guys get your filament, and you buy your filament, whether it be from Sane Smart or from anybody else, and you're done printing with a full reel, save at least one of your reels. We have found that once the material gets down to about this size, which is, or even when it gets down to, I'd say about 3 inches around, it tends to try to unspool itself, and it also tends to try and kink itself up. The only way that I found to combat that with a total and complete degree of success has been to use a secondary spool, and then it's just basically like using a tape deck and spooling the tape from one spool to the next spool, and then you can use the rest of it. So, Powers USA asks if we were satisfied with the prime and unprime as of currently.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
It's I'm still playing with it painfully slowly. I made a lot of progress with it. I actually worked on it last week, but one thing leads to another. You know, we know too much. So when we use the printer, we don't do certain things, and then we give it out to a few people, and we're getting back mistakes that I'm making because I allowed mistakes to be made by other people that should not be allowed. So I'm programming those things out at the same time. So it's coming along. It's going to be another end of next week before I have the prime unprime ready to give to you. But that's fine because you should have the printer in your hands by around then. Yep. Based on a 3 to 5 day ship cycle.
And then it's just a simple download.
And well, with you it's not going to be as simple, but you promised you'd use the JTAG programmer, so
we'll Skype in with him. And
yeah. Well, he's a rocket scientist anyway.
Well, that's true.
We're talking Jim here.
Yeah.
So I don't foresee any problem for you. Okay. So you get it, you'll unpack it, you'll print simple prints, you'll print some complicated prints, but have a little rough texture, and then we'll give you the next secret wave of software, and that'll make your life a lot better. There you go. So that's the food chain of events over between now and the end of next week. I plan on using a little of my quiet time, i.e. while I'm traveling, to do a little code checking. But there it is. Okay. Someone is asking, what do we do with Windows XP going to Windows 7? Blah blah blah. When they say they won't support Windows XP, that being Microsoft, that just means they're not going to have any new drivers or whatever. But the printers already have all their drivers installed. And you might want to do a little reading. Because right now, a lot of people are saying they won't move from XP. A lot of major corporations won't move from XP. So, whoever said get a Mac, that's awesome.
Nerd rocks.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
So I don't see XP going away, and if it does, we've already tested Windows 7, and we're not going to move to Windows 7. We're going to move straight to Windows 8 on a tablet next year if we have our way. Right now, everything indicates that. And it will run on Windows 7 machines, of course. We're in .NET. .NET works on everything, and that's the reason why we worked with it. So you have all these food chain of events, but I think you're going to find that the tablets will drive the OS technology for quite a while to come. They're the new bright, shining marketplace. If you read online about how much mainframe sales have dropped off and how much the tablet sales have skyrocketed, it pretty much says that if you're on a tablet, you're going to get preferential treatment for quite a while to come. And the great thing is, the price point is fantastic. We actually can't build in the computer at a price point that we can buy a finished tablet at. So we're loving that. That's the reason why there's just a single line between the computer and the printer. Listen, while we're on that moment, I'm going to tell you that just because you guys got this first wave of printers, don't think you're left in the dark. Everything we do thinks about forward and backward compatibility. We are already looking at how to enhance this system electronically speaking, and there is some really other cool stuff that we found, that including a 64 megabyte buffer on the motion controller, and that will allow you to take a gun and shoot the PC once you've uploaded, and finish your print. But we're more thinking of lots of applications. Part of it because of our Vietnamese partners, and as you know, when you